And on that note, welcome to the D-Pad... I can't even do it now. Welcome to the D-Pad Discussion Podcast. I'm Charles King with Dan Langley and William Keyhole.
What up? You nearly couldn't say.
I nearly couldn't say it. Last week we talked about the Xbox One, so this week we're going to go on to the next topic, which is the PlayStation 4.
Yes.
All of us have played the PlayStation 4. We all have our thoughts and opinions on that, and we're going to start off with Daniel.
Yes.
Your thoughts on the PlayStation 4?
I think it's fantastic. Absolutely love it. The controller, for one, we complained about like there was no tomorrow with the Xbox One.
There is tomorrow with
it's just amazing. It is so comfy. It's like putting your hands to sleep. It's fantastic.
Against what? Against what?
It's just like putting your hands to sleep.
Put your hands to sleep.
It's so comfy. The design is just perfect for it. It is not a tiny little thing anymore which makes you scream like a little girl when you switch between that and something bigger. And let's be honest, we've all done it. We've all thought, why? But no, it's actually really good now.
Yeah.
The games, I don't know too much about. I only played one game. Well, technically two, but not technically two.
Your girlfriend took over.
Yeah, she gave you a run for your money.
Oh, yes, she did.
But no, we'll do game recommendations later.
Yeah.
But up to now, I still, as I said before, PlayStation's just, it's fantastic. It's really good. Well done.
Not to be biased or anything.
I'm not being biased. I mean, I have a 360 right now, and I'm saying PlayStation's better. I can't stand the Xbox One. So, you know, I can't be biased.
God damn it, you Killer Instinct.
Exactly.
Will,
What?
your thoughts?
My thoughts on the PS4.
Yep.
No, your thoughts on the Wii U?
For another time.
Yeah, for another time, boys. No, for another time. Well, the PS4, let me think. In every terms of saying possible, it is amazing. It has everything I've ever dreamed of for gaming. Like a term, okay, we all know PC is basically top. This is Nemo's topping PC line in the racing charts, as I would say. The game is brilliant, a lot more smoother, a lot more dynamic. Everything is superb. And it is actually 10 times better than the PS3, and I will admit. And the pad itself is fucking amazing. Sorry for the swearing, I just have to say it. But in terms of saying, the pad, let's see. The pad is like, it's like, never can explain this. The pad is like, anyone seen that movie called Click?
Yeah.
It's like a universal controller. You can do anything with it. You can. Oh yes, you can. You know you can.
You can. Not without some effort, anyway.
But it's a lot more comfier. It actually, I'll be honest, it gives you space in your hands, so like you can do all kinds of silly stuff, like
Why?
I'm not complying to that.
Why silly stuff?
Because you
Why
can
not
like
normal
you
stuff
can
like
you
that?
can put little people in the controller and just like vacuum them into it and then shake your pad around and you see them flying around.
Can you
It's on a control. It's what you can do with the pad.
Will, can you explain that can you explain that's a game before anything else?
It's not a game. It's not a game. It's within the controller. Oh my god.
So apparently the PlayStation 4 sucks up little people.
Into the
Yeah,
controller.
it sucks up little people into the controller, and you shake it about to scare the living shit out of them.
Yes. And then you can like poop them out.
I'm pretty sure that's going to be a game, you know, not just something random you can do when you're bored.
It's in the system itself.
Yeah, it's going to be a game.
You had to
It's
make
not going to be something to do when you're just sitting there,
The way-
like, on the main menu, bored.
the way you were describing it was like the actual controller itself sucked up little people.
Midgets.
You're like,
There's like these little robot people in this way. Just suck them into the pad, you can shake the pad.
Oh
and
my
it'll just
God.
like see it fly everywhere, like, oh my god.
We all saw it.
Well, at least there's no vibration in the fucking buttons, which I am totally happy with.
I just want to apologise for any offensive language at this point in time. We do. It's unintentional.
I don't offend anyone with height disadvantages. I just mean it as if this is what actually happens in the games. Like these little robot people you can actually fucking int, which is like an icon. It actually shows you what in the camera mode, if you have the PlayStation Eye, actually shows you that you actually suck the little people into the controller, and you can actually just shake it about and see them fly. And the way they've done it perfectly is that every little bang of those little characters shakes the pad, so it's like you feel every vibration of a little hit. It's like as you got in your hand, so it'll go like vibration, vibration, vibration every time someone hits straight away. So it can go 1 1 2, 1 1 2, and you'll feel those vibrations. It's just amazing.
So yeah, bottom line, we're not being offensive, it's just the only way we can describe what we have to see.
That's all we had, limitations towards it.
Jesus Christ.
What gets me though is, if you remember, Will, there was a duck at one point, and it disappeared,
Yes, there
and
was.
it got shot out the controller again.
Yes, I
But
think
it wasn't in the controller when it showed it.
Yes,
So that must be some magical duck.
yes, I think because when you spit them all out, like you throw them all out of the pad, it actually flies out and lands on them all. And they're like, ugh.
I like it when they slap against the screen, to be honest.
Yes, you can actually. You actually like the perspective of them actually goes in, and you actually see them on your screen. You're like, whoa, and they're like stuck on it, like, ugh.
It's like playing any Super Smash Brothers game
Yeah,
and
technically.
hitting them at the screen. It's literally like that. It's really fun.
So far, all we've established is that the PlayStation 4 sucks and blows at the same time.
Pretty much. God.
Hey, it sucks and blows in a good way.
Oh,
Yeah,
God, this is what they're here for.
Yeah, I've got to agree. Like the PlayStation, the pad really it's much more comfortable than the Xbox One's pad. Like it's a lot bigger than the PlayStation 3 pad, which is a bonus.
Yeah.
And like I've said to you before, like you know where you spend a long time on holding one controller, and then if you switch to another one, it feels off and different.
Yeah.
This is
so
what-
I react
yeah.
to it, right?
This is one of them where if you had an Xbox 360 controller, you could naturally just switch to the PlayStation 4 controller and it wouldn't feel any different.
Yeah.
Because it does feel like it sits naturally, switches a lot better.
I like the point that it's a lot wider. It's like 1 or 2 inches wider to the right, and it actually gives you more space, and it makes you more comfortable in terms of saying it.
There is one thing I have against the PlayStation 4 pad, and that's the bumpers.
The bumpers? I thought you liked the bumpers.
No, the triggers I'm happy with. It's the bumpers.
Oh, I got confused. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, like the bump, like it feel like. You both felt it. Like didn't that feel odd to use at all?
It felt weird the way like the triggers, they were fine.
Yeah.
Like the bad triggers, because they actually have the curve in it, which gives you grip to it. Like, it doesn't, your fingers don't slide off when you hit it, or you can like literally keep your fingers there. It's like they'll just stay there instead of just sliding off the back of it. But the R1, the L1, they felt awkward because they're compact together. It's a bit like the Xbox 360 pad, where it's just like there's just a little bit of gap between both of them, so you could actually mistake them between the R2 instead of like you know, mistake them between for the like R2 for the R1. So you might get confused with both of them, but I can learn to live with that.
It's one of them. After a while, I think you get used to it.
Yeah.
I mean, would you rather get used to that, which is only one little thing, or get used to vibration in triggers and awkward hand positioning?
Yeah. It's a good point. Like, I do prefer this controller over the Xbox Ones by a mile. Yeah, it is more or less. That was like the one thing that really got me. Did any of you like get a chance to look at like the touchpad thing as well?
The little pad thing.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I know so far, I didn't do any motion things with them, like where you can actually like go on that what do you call it, the PSN. No, you usually use the PlayStation button on the PlayStation 3 and pop up that menu.
Yeah.
Because I know that when you do that, you can actually use your finger to slide them across and all that kind of shit. I never got to do it on that, but I realised it pushes in, which could indicate that might be the replacement for the PlayStation button that you usually have.
No, that's just below it. No, what really got me was it doesn't take a lot of force to push it in.
Oh yeah, it's dead light. So you can
but what's really good about it as well though is that it can, like, even if you put if you just like put your finger on it, I don't think it would indicate any pressure on it whatsoever.
Yeah.
If you know, which I thought was so like you don't accidentally push it in, which I thought was really good.
I just want to see more games with it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I know
really
it was just an event, but I wasn't happy with the game selections. Like me, I'm not an arcade person. I'm not gonna.
You played FIFA.
Yeah, I like my FIFA.
Yeah, so don't I?
But I wanted to see something else. Like when we got there, we seen Watch Dogs on the list.
I was trying.
And we went berserk. Come on, we did. We actually thought it was there, and they said no, it's just a trailer. And I was like, fuck.
Well, as we were talking to the guy who worked in the shop when you were getting Battlefield, he went to us. He was hoping for it as well, and we all agreed that if it wasn't for the fact that it was held back, it probably would have been on there as a demo.
Well, at the same time, you can't blame Ubisoft for holding it back. It's a game that's got high expectations.
That's what he was saying in the shop. So they've took it back to get rid of the problems before sending it out, because everyone's got the high hopes on it.
What can I say? It's like GTA with fucking hacking systems.
Oh, no.
It basically completes everything.
It's like a futuristic Assassin's Creed. What was the two games he actually compared it to? He said Assassin's Creed and something else.
GTA.
Yeah.
Yeah, he compared it to them too.
Now, if they did actually get together and do a game, it probably would be this.
I've always been interested in that Watch Dogs. It looks really fun, like the mechanics and all that stuff. Being able to black out an entire city just to beat up on like the police and stuff.
Yeah.
Being able to like summon bullards and crap like that. I thought it was really interesting. I am, like a lot of people, a bit disappointed it's got held back until 2014.
April, isn't it?
Yeah, but I can guarantee it's going to be worth it.
Oh yeah.
It'll be worth it.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Here's hoping it's worth it anyway.
Yeah. Well, if it's got such high hopes and they took it back,
yeah,
they must be doing something right.
Yeah, definitely.
You just can't hold it back too long. That's the difference.
Well, saying that, but BioShock Infinite got held back a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not as much times, like, such as, like, aliens or
Well,
anything
alright, yeah,
that.
it never got held back like a whole bunch of like such as them, but it got held back a few times. It got held back a good few chunk of times, and it was because they just wanted to have a perfectly running game, and it's actually up for nomination for Game of the Year.
Yeah.
Yep. But we all know what Game of the Year's got to be.
Do we?
Yes. Walk into a T and end with an L.
We'll talk about that when it comes nearer to the time. So back on the PS4, I want to were you surprised about the size of it?
Oh yes. When
Yeah.
you seen the conference and the E3, it looked like it looked so small. I was like, oh my god! And I walked in there and I seen it on the layout, and it was like a desktop. I was like, what? It's massive.
I don't think it was that big.
Oh,
It was bigger than what I thought it'd be.
bigger than the Xbox One.
No.
Xbox One is bigger than it.
No, I think it's bigger.
No,
I'd argue
it's really not, Will.
I really think it is.
it's close on. I got to admit, it's close on size.
It's close, but
Well, technically, we have to get the details up on the measurements to see, really.
Yeah. It's close on size. It's close, but I don't think the PlayStation 4 is bigger than the Xbox One.
hang on. It is well.
We're gonna research this, people. But yeah, it did. That surprised me quite well. It's like the size of it, because I did think it was going to be a little smaller as well, but it was quite huge. It is. I think it's bigger than an Xbox 360 actually.
Yeah, it is bigger than that.
I'd say it's a little bit bigger than that actually.
I think it's actually bigger than the PlayStation 5 version.
Oh fuck no, nothing's bigger than that.
Yeah.
It's nowhere near that.
One minute.
Alright. Well, according to the original measurements for the Xbox One, if you get like two Xbox cases and you put them together side by side, that's like the frame of it, like the face of it.
Yeah.
So I would argue the case that a PlayStation 4 might be just like a few centimeters, like a few inches smaller.
Maybe.
Like just like a little bit. I don't know. Depending on the size, I'm not. Either way, it's a fairly decent size for a console.
Yeah, indeed.
Which obviously means within the next 5 years we're going to see a slim version.
I might, but personally, in my opinion, it might come a bit earlier.
A slim version.
Yeah.
I reckon we'll see one.
I'll give it like, once the PS4 release, I'll give it like a year or two, and slim version will be out.
Nah, I don't think they'd do that quick. They give it like a good few years before they go slim version. But saying that, when they do slim versions, they get rid of something to compensate for it.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't really know. But what could they get rid of, really?
Let's get it Let's get it out until November anyway. You got the measurements done?
Right. The PlayStation 4 approximately is 275 millimeters width by 53 millimeters height by 305 millimeters length.
Okay, say that again.
Right, so the width is 275 millimeters. So I'm trying to
27.5 centimeters in width.
Right. By 53 millimeters height.
By 5.3 centimeters in height.
By 305 millimeters length.
So that's basically 30 centimeters in length.
Right.
So it's a foot.
The Xbox One is 33.3 centimeters
There we go.
by 27.4 centimeters by 7.9 centimeters.
Okay, so it beats it off in a few millimeters. Okay.
Right. So we were right. The Xbox is bigger.
Yep. There we go. just by a few centimeters.
Just by a few.
Okay. I was proven wrong. My bad.
There we go. Wait. Confirmed. Right. So, what games are we looking to get for the PlayStation? So, on to games for PlayStation 4.
Octodad.
Oh, please don't go on, Jessel. Please.
Octodad.
Let's talk about Octodad.
Dan, that is your field. You've been playing that game.
Octodad, the game where you're an octopus who somehow fooled a woman into marrying you. Makes sense.
I applaud that octopus.
That is a good octopus. I don't actually understand the game. All I know is it is really trippy. And I don't mean bad, I mean like you feel like you're high. You're controlling an octopus, you've got to control its limbs.
Technically with no bone structure, so that means
Yeah.
it's like a floppy jellyfish.
Put it this way, walking in a straight line's never been fun. You're spinning constantly as you step forward.
Imagine if you just got pulled over by the police and it says, "Can you please walk in a straight line?"
So what's the gameplay like then?
The gameplay is actually really good. They have thought it out perfectly. It's what is it? So the gamer doesn't get confused because you've got to use the left and right triggers in order to move the legs.
Yeah.
You can switch between using the arms. Well, using a arm. I'm not too sure if you can use the other arm. Because when I played it, he was only swinging one arm. But if you click, it's the left bumper. It switches between walking and using your hand, basically. It's really well thought out, but the only problem is you have to remember what to swap between the two, because at times you'll need to put your hand on the door, switch back to legs, walk through, then switch back to hand and take your hand off.
Yeah.
Because it's an octopus, your hand's going to stick to everything. And I should point out that you do have to click it's the right trigger, I think, when you're using the hand for it to grab things. But he has a lot of strength, put it that way. For someone with no bones, I mean,
Presentation,
a wall down. Just getting that out, you rip a wall down.
Okay, what's the presentation like?
Presentation's actually really good. It's graphic-wise, it's a bit cartoony, but it's more like it comes across as the sort of indie arcade nerd enough. Something you don't really expect to play, but you will play at some point. Believe me, you will play it at some point, even if it's just a demo. You will honestly enjoy playing it.
I'm a little gutted that I didn't get to play it.
Oh, it was the funniest thing I've played.
No. I played the PS4 exclusive Knack. I think that's how you pronounce it. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Knack, yeah.
Yeah, Knack. It's the basically what you are is like this little thing made out of shapes, and through time, and you can become bigger and stronger by like absorbing other shapes, and you become like some giant fucking monster or some sort. It was like
a Hulk version. Like
yeah.
Banner going to Hulk.
Yeah, it was like some type of really weird Pokemon type thing, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
But like, it was really good. The controls were fairly simple. I think overall, I only used like 3 buttons.
Yeah.
Besides using the analog sticks, it was that really simple. You obviously, one thing that I thought was really good is like the more objects you gain, it acts like your health or armor. And if you take damage, it goes away it comes off you. So it's really effective and chip away, and you can actually see the parts just like fly about, which is really fun to see.
Yeah.
As well as Switch, there was like 3 separate missions in the demo. That was like, in the first one was really good. The second one there was a button where you were able to switch from the not like a giant version to the original smaller version of yourself. To like move about into like using like getting through smaller corridors or vents.
That's pretty cool.
So like you can switch. So like it shows you can switch your size at any point any point. I don't know whether or not that's just as progression in the game, or will that be like a main feature in the game. I'm not 100% sure. But like that, it's a good way of like finding secrets and trophies, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
As well as which, there was another mission which was like based in the ice, which I thought was really good. And what makes it really good is because I was in like you were in an environment where you covered in ice. If you were able to knock one of the pillars, you'd actually absorb the ice. So you were able to
absorb the ice.
Absorb the ice, and like you have like ice particles come out of the end. It looks really, really like the design looks really good. I mean, like it's like you can see like a lot of thought's gone into like this character being able to absorb different things and have different approaches to him. So like if he can absorb ice and stuff like that and become bigger using that, what else can he absorb? Like are there other things that he can use to be able to become bigger and stronger?
Okay then. Okay, what's the part? What are the part? What do you call it? How do you pronounce it?
Particles.
Yeah, particles. How's the particle system? You know, like, remember ages ago where they actually showed you that the PS4 runs with all those particles that dropped all over the entire map, that it ran perfectly and every detail still remained? How was that in it?
It was really good. Like I didn't like when you got hit, you can see the damage coming off you, which was like really interesting to see. Like you can see like every individual thing that fell off like comes off you of one hit.
So like there was no frame per second lag or nothing like that?
No frames droppage, no nothing. As well as that later in the game as well, like in the early stages you could take a few hits off enemies, but in that ice part, there were enemies who had weapons that could kill me in one hit, no matter how big I was.
Wow, the bigger you are, the harder you fall.
So basically, it shows that there is going to be a bit of a challenge in difficulty in the game.
Yeah.
It may look all friendly and cutesy, but but if that's only like an indication of what could happen, I'm interested to see this, and it'd be one of them games I would actually get for the PS4 on launch.
Cool.
I recommend people to play the demo and give it their own personal opinion if they can.
Okay, then there's one for the games you are looking forward to for the PS4.
Solely.
Octodad.
Is it solely for the PlayStation 4, or can this be just any game in general?
Any game in general.
Phantom Pain.
Oh, good choice. Dark Souls 2.
Ooh.
Castlevania 2. Lord of Shadows.
Yes, we know who he is.
I was just getting the full name out there, for anyone that didn't know.
They have to know.
I know, who doesn't want to be Dracula and suck blood out of people?
Hey. Exactly.
As known as Dracula the Dragon.
No, I am known as Lancelot, and I will kill you.
So what's your high hopes of Phantom Pain?
I don't know what I'm expecting for a game that's supposedly that's meant to be too risky even for Kojima. I'm interested to see what happens. Be able to get like a different look and idea of it's because it's based in that part of time where the transition from big boss becomes from hero to villain.
Yep.
So wait, Kojima's actually admitted that it might be risky.
Yeah, there's actually a point where he said that he fears it might not even get published.
Wow.
Because of the themes that are in it, and if you look at the and if you watch the trailer, and if you like there are certain things where you're like, okay, that's a little bit too much.
Yeah.
In the story wise or content wise?
Overall.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, because it's taking a lot of real world elements that are like out there and stuff, but it's like, and it's like some of them stuff like you really don't you know it's happening, but you don't want to like think about it type stuff.
Oh, you mean current day disasters?
Stuff like that, yeah, like stuff that are happening now and even then. But like the game, like the graphics in the game looks absolutely amazing. It's a Metal Gear game. I'm gonna get it anyway. But it's
if it does get published.
If it gets published, but it is one of them. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm hoping it doesn't get cancelled.
I'm really looking forward to it, and especially to get a Metal Gear game in a new for a new generation system. I couldn't be more than happy, and also because of this, it's led to the other possibility that Kojima actually said that if anyone's willing to pick this up, to redo the original Metal Gear Solid game using the Fox engine.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
So like that, everyone wants to see the original Metal Gear done in HD in like a much more beautiful looking. And with the Fox engine, he's pretty much said, use the Fox engine to make the game, and we'll by all means we'll support it. So I'm hoping there've been a few people who said they'd like to do it. So hopefully, people go on and do it.
That would be amazing.
Well, let me just say one thing: if they do cancel Phantom Pain, Peggy, Adi Parson, Peggy or Peggy, the ones that actually confirm it and let it go through, they will have a protest, a mob, everything at their front door.
They will have Solid Snake knock on their door and say,
yes, they will.
Yeah.
He doesn't even say that, he just goes through the door without being seen.
He just walks up to them and goes, no.
No, he actually gets delivered from Amazon in a cardboard box.
Yeah.
That's how it
That's
how it happens.
Yeah. And if they do, I can see a lot of protesting from solid Metal Gear fans, as I mean, you know. But, you know, we'll have to see in the near future.
Yeah.
Let's hope it doesn't get cancelled, because I want to see that game.
Hopefully. But yeah, that's a game I definitely get for the PlayStation.
Just wood.
I'm touching wood, yeah. Definitely,
I'm kicking it.
It's definitely a game I would get for the PlayStation 4.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
So, Dark Souls 2 then, Dan. As someone that has expertise, a lot of expertise of Dark Souls 1, how do you go with this one?
Well, when I played it at the Eurogamer, I've got to admit, it gives you a run for your money compared to the You think the last one's hard?
Dan, can I just confirm, how many deaths did you have? Please don't say death.
I'll be honest, I died once, twice, 3 times.
Lady.
5.
Okay, just confirm me, you died 1,000,000 times. He's actually counting
9 times. I died 9 times.
In the entire overall series.
Are you on about in Dark Souls?
Mm-hmm.
Or in the second one? Because in the second, I died 8 times. No, 9 times.
No,
I have 2 controllers. So that kind of tells you how many times I died.
Okay, so you died over 1,000,000. I'll count that as that.
I lost probably 70 million souls.
Wow.
And a good couple hundred humanity.
No, I've played Dark Souls. It's a fucking bitch.
Yes, you did some for your YouTube channels. You went on it. It was only 5 minutes of gameplay.
Well, we're gonna have to. You're gonna see.
You walked up to that big boss and again. Oh shit.
I actually enjoyed watching. That made me laugh.
Well, that video gets posted up later on.
It shall never be posted.
No, it's gonna get posted. Trust me.
Thank God. But yeah, Dark Souls 2 is... That's a challenge. That is a challenge. I've heard some really interesting things about the Mirror Knight.
Sweet. I've only had a few. I have played it. and I've only had a few days experience with it. I enjoyed the gameplay, graphics were nice. I kind of got annoyed like that dying. I'm not a person that die constantly.
Well, that's why I'm hoping if they do what they did with the original Dark Souls, well, not the original because that's Demon Souls, but with the 360 and PlayStation 3 version Dark Souls, if they do it again where they make a Prepare to Die edition, I'm hoping they don't say the Prepare to Die Again edition, because I'd just get annoyed because they need a better catchphrase if they're going to do that again.
Prepare your anus edition.
Yeah.
Death is a pawn, that's what I would call it.
Dark Souls 2, Prepare your anus.
Well, I actually do have a Dark Souls poster. Where is it? I forget.
Because we can clearly see in a podcast your poster.
No, it has like something written on it. So if I can find it, I might be able to read it.
Fair enough.
But it's there it is. Right. Go Beyond Death. Dark Souls 2. Anyone more Go Beyond Death?
Nope.
I will.
I'm good.
I'll take one with my 2 fists.
I'll do it and I'll lose 7 controllers on the way.
Nope,
No, 14, you've already lost 7.
Don't forget the other 8.
Oh, add more on there.
Dan, do you want to just buy like a shitload of PS4 controllers just in case?
Yeah, I'm going to
Dan, hey Jones, we will do this for his birthday. For Dark Souls 2, personally, we will buy him over 100 pads. So like, there you go. Now enjoy yourself.
That'd be funny to say.
Yeah.
Just try. I'll do a challenge for you, Dan. Do not break a pad.
Challenge denied.
He'll break it. He's not even gonna flinch. He'll break it.
I will literally just throw it.
It'll be one of them. First time he plays and he dies. Snapped.
No, it's only when you're trying to do something. So say like you're getting a load of souls and you die, but then you make yourself alive again before going back to get them.
Yeah.
Which is the stupid thing to do, but either way. I always get annoyed because as soon as I start going back to get the souls, someone invades your world.
So they rob your souls from you.
No, you can't rob souls. You can't rob people's souls. You can claim souls if you beat them. You claim whatever they have hold of. But they can still reclaim them. But basically, if you die again after dying once, if you don't have Ring of Sacrifice on, whatever you had hold of is gone.
Ow.
So if you don't reclaim your power, say like I have 10,000 souls for humanity, I die, that is on the floor. If I get killed before I pick that up, that disappears.
Heavy.
Exactly. So think about when you have like 300,000 souls and you're doing nothing but one-on-one in the township. And
Wait,
you
what
get
did these
killed
souls give you, by the way?
You level up or you purchase armor and weapons, various items, arrows.
So basically, they're just like...
It's basically currency.
I see.
That is basically what it is. I mean, you can get a gold coin, copper coin, and silver coin. But to be honest, there's no point in keeping hold of it. You'd wanna...
So like, as for like, let's say, I've gone from an example, like, the PlayStation 3 trophy system, like you have bronze for lower, and then you have silver for medium, and then you have gold for top, and then you have platinum for excellence. Is that what it's like?
What are you on about? I'm on about coins in the game.
I'm coming from, and that's what I'm saying. Is there like a rating system for them? So like, souls.
So you're on about like an item's rating system?
No, the currency's rating system.
No, there is no rating system for it. It is just get souls.
Oh, okay.
There is no oh, this will give you this much souls, that'll give you that. It depends on your level compared to the enemy. Like, at the start, you think you don't get enough souls off the people you kill, like you could get 21 souls or something. At this beginning, when you first start, you'll think, oh god, that's next to nothing.
I see.
But in actual fact, that is quite a lot for you at that stage. Now, if you go back at the end, you'll rage, because you can one-hit them. They do nothing to you, but they give you nothing.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so it's basically, the stronger you get, you're going to want to take the bigger targets down. Like, you'll want to kill the dragons and that.
I see.
Which isn't easy, and isn't fun. Especially when they glitch. Cheap little computers. I'm not gonna frown about them too much. Anyway, we're going back to Dark Times and Dark Souls. Let's go back to the light.
Well, we've got Castlevania to talk about.
I said go back to the light, not go back to that.
Well, Castlevania then. From my research of this, I have been researching a lot. This is based, for story-wise, it is based after the events of the remake of Castlevania Lord Shadows 1, where you have, well, if you've played the DLC as well at the same time, he is made into Dracula, and he has contained the power of the Forgotten One. And the Forgotten One is technically a demon of ultimate power.
Can I just stop right there? Is this a reboot of the whole series?
In terms of saying yes.
Oh god damn
And
it.
then they decided to give it a shiny title with number 2 in.
Oh no, not number. This is I'm saying from the spot left off. Like Last of Shadow, Castlevania Last of Shadows, Lord of Shadows, sorry, the first one. This is the entire remake of the Lord of Shadows in terms of saying in ways, and that what happens in the first one happens in the first one, and just carrying on what leads on to this. And he's now Dracula, and he's been a vampire for a few years. And he owns his own realm, like, well, in their times they called it realm for, like, they had these certain areas. He owns this big, massive castle. And he goes to, and it's meant to be going into the future and past at the same time, because it was the preview at the very first Lord of Shadows that he's actually been in a slumber, like a very long sleep, and he came back, and he's in present time. Like, you know, so, but it goes back to show what happens. So for now, at the moment, all we know is that it's all going to be based around that and how he becomes Dracula, how he expresses, and at the same time, Satan's coming back, so he's got to be prepared to fight him again as Dracula, you know. And now that in the gameplay wise, okay, you are Dracula, so you have the ability to take blood from men, which regains your life.
That's what he said.
He can regain that, and he also has. I don't know if they actually are playing this, but I've seen from like the latest trailer and all that kind of stuff that he's having like a mental disorder thingy where he keeps seeing his wife. And he also...
So he's going Rick from Walking Dead.
No, he's not going Rick. He's like, he's been alive and he's tired of being alive in terms of...
But he's seeing his dead wife.
No, you're not listening. His wife was sent to heaven, so we don't know...
So she's dead?
So, yes, she's dead, got sent to heaven.
So he's going Rick.
Oh, would you... Damn, let me speak.
This season on Castlevania.
I hear you guys. Well, what happens is I don't know what it is from the look when I seen it. It's either that he's just getting tired and he's seeing flashbacks, or he's seeing something, or because it's a lot more darker in this one. He's became darker. He's now Dracula himself. So now I think it's either that the gods, like God himself, is trying to persuade him, or it's just him having a mental disorder. And in saying now that the gameplay wise, in this you have at the point of time you have a whip, which a whip. It's a blood whip, like a big long red blood whip. And if you hit your enemies with it,
it's Castlevania. Everyone knows it's a whip.
No, you're not listening. This whip.
Good dungeon master.
You don't need to explain the weapon system in Castlevania.
No, I'll tell you what the weapon system does.
Yeah, but you don't need to explain it into great detail. You're kind of like giving us the...
This whip absorbs blood, which gives you life. And then you have a sword. A sword that is technically a part of light. In this game you have darkness, which resembles like the devil's powers and all that. Then you have the light of like godly powers. They're known as like light and shadow. So which remains, he has powers of light and shadow. And he can have a sword. I can't remember what the sword technically does, but you know we all know what a sword does. And he also has fists. Like these powerful fist things.
Because everyone has fists.
No, like he has like
fist your enemy.
Fist your enemy. Oh my! That will explain the whip.
No biting on a first date, Will.
But anyway, yeah, he has these like magical gauntlets and like wrists that appear around us.
This is sounding like God of War now.
Yes, it is similarities to God of War.
And you know what God of War was ripping off? Devil May Cry. Just saying.
Just saying. Castlevania is order.
Yeah, but it's now seemingly taking off the gameplay off Devil May Cry.
Anyway, it has this, and this is basically, you use this for like heavy units or shield units, which basically you can break the shields, anything like that. And the graphics wise of this game is quite outstanding. Beautiful, can be dark, which is quite stunning. They have great scenery. Landscape wise is outstanding. Everything's fine. The gameplay looks very smooth. It's looking very good for now.
So if any of you people are interested in buying Castlevania 2 Lord of the Shadows, just listen to this podcast because we'll pretty much give us the entire fucking description of the game.
Yes, take it very well, people. Take it very well. This is a game to be looking forward to.
Brought to you by the page of Wikipedia.
No.
Yes, it is. Not really.
No. The game to look forward to is Watch Dogs.
Yes.
And Octodad.
Yes.
I should point out I'm not being paid to advertise it. I just enjoyed it.
No, we're not getting paid at all. Yet.
Yet, very yet. Well then, next.
I don't think we have anything next. I think the Castlevania just took up like 10 minutes of our time.
Good.
All it was talking about was you playing as a dungeon master.
Alright. We'll end it up in a minute. Quick, brief round. What is any new games people have bought?
Battlefield 4.
Okay, we're not gonna let you speak because you're gonna go on forever with it. Dan.
Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Yeah, and I recently got Batman Arkham Origins.
Oh yes.
Yeah, boy. There's actually a mode. There's actually a mode on it set that's it's got game and then game plus, and then there's a mode underneath that called I Am the Knight.
Why do I get the feeling that's gonna be like some impossible difficulty where you gotta take on like 50 giants at once?
Oh, people, this was told from Charles to me. I'm just gonna put it out there that I'm warning you. Do not buy Ghosts. Just I know it's not a part of the story. Just don't buy that game. I swear to God. Charles, you can explain what scene.
You explain it.
Okay, from Charles' words, that apparently the ending of, I'm not explaining the ending of Ghosts, but in the ending it actually has the same it's pretty much the same with Modern Warfare 2 ending, where technically you get dragged away, all that kind of stuff to like that. But it's just different texture, different
It's a
objects, and different
reskin at
characters.
the end of Modern Warfare 2. We've all seen the video.
Yes. Just anyone that didn't know.
Yep. Don't get it. It is terrible. Your army does not go into space and shoot guns at each other. Just to let you know.
Ah,
And-
Do
yes.
not have a space program in which they shoot each other in space. You
Is it
can-
even possible to shoot a gun in space?
There's only one way to find out. And on that note, we have to wrap it up.
Send Rooster Teeth, they'll do it.
Yeah. Well, this has been the D-Pad Discussion Podcast. I'm Charles King, Dan Langley, and you'll probably get tired of hearing him, William Keyhole.
I know, everyone
You got
loves
bullied.
me!
This
Thank you.
has been the D-Pad Discussion Podcast, and we'll see you all next week.